Welcome to another episode of the Weekly InSalt. This is episode 318. My name is Wade, and I am joined, as usual, by all the usual suspects. Laura's here.
Hey, Wade.
Missed you last week.
I know.
That's all right. You know, it's that warm weather.
Yeah.
Taking the break, getting your tan on or whatever you do. Jess is here. Yeah. And Kurt's here, too.
I am here.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt.
I didn't prepare a title today for you.
That's all right. I've got plenty of them.
And the shithead of sound.
His business card's getting a little too full for any more titles.
Yeah. It is getting warm out there. It's been a warm weekend, I think.
We're gonna hit 90s, right?
I think we are this week, yeah. At some point, going to hit 90s,
Yay.
which...
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like 95 on Friday.
I think the 70s and low 80s are perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like the 90s, you start going outside and you want to find the shade, you know? And actually, that kind of happened to us yesterday when we were out off-roading, dude. We parked in this field, and it's like, dude, this would be a perfect place to eat lunch. And then we realized that we were just in the sun. Like, it's kind of almost too hot.
Well, when we pulled in, it was shaded from the clouds, but then the clouds moved like a minute later, and
you guys did not get rained on, right?
No, we didn't. We avoided the rain.
Didn't see a drop of rain.
It rained in at least West Jordan.
Yeah, we saw the thunderstorm coming through, and people had texted us like, it's raining like crazy. Yeah. And we were like, oh, it is? We were down going to the Tintic Railroad Tunnel again. We talked about it on a previous episode.
Yeah,
but,
last episode.
We did talk about it last episode, but I think we talked about it when
we went last time.
Last year.
Yeah.
Was that last year? Yeah.
Was it?
I think it was last spring. I think
it was the first time I took my Jeep truly off-road. Yeah.
Yeah, we took some other trails this time around, little tight.
Yeah.
I finally scratched my truck.
Oh, no.
It was just on the running boards, though.
Oh, okay.
So you can't even tell. I just used a black Sharpie. It looks fine. And I'm sure when I take it in, they can do something about it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we went out there. It was kind of fun to off-road. You hadn't been out there, Ches.
I hadn't.
What did you think?
I thought it was awesome.
Did you go through the tunnel?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For those that don't know and are curious, down by Eureka, and there's a place called the Tintic Mines and Little Moab. We didn't go into Little Moab, which I totally forgot about while we were down there, but they were building a train tunnel that was going to go through the hills out there to make it easier to process ore and things like that.
From Kennecott or?
It was Tintic.
Yeah, but was it going to go up to?
I don't know where it was heading.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it was just there in Eureka. I think that's where they were smelting it.
Okay.
Yeah, and this tunnel never got completed, so they converted it into an off-road trail. You can just drive your car through it, and it's not like a crazy trail. Most like SUVs will make it. I mean, don't go out there in your lowered Honda Civic.
No.
But your SUVs will make it out there.
I mean, you didn't even use four-wheel drive, did you?
No, I didn't. No.
I mean,
I don't think I did. No, I didn't at all.
No.
I mean, I put mine in 4 high just through the slower part so I could disconnect my front sway bar and have a little bit of a smoother ride.
Yeah.
But that was the only reason that I put it in 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. I put it in 4-wheel for one hill, but that was more just because. I didn't think I would need it. I just did it because.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing. I never spun a tire. I never...
Got a sick wheel hang, though, according to you.
Yes. He went around this turn.
3 tires.
And his driver's side rear tire was... There's a little drop and the tire just hung. I'm like, sweet tire hang.
We went out there with James Allen and his son, and that was fun because when you go with a little kid, it's always challenging, you know, because they're young, their attention spans, especially these days, or just in general when you're a kid, are short. But everything, like, he gets to experience everything for the first time. And one of the coolest things was we went into Eureka after we were done out going through the tunnel. There's not really much else to see out there.
We just drove around on the roads and saw what there was to see. And, let's check out this road.
Yep. And then when we got to Eureka, it was like, a little after 4?
Yeah, it was probably 4:15.
Yeah, and the museum out there was closed. It's the Eureka Mining Museum, right?
Yeah, it's like
or historic mining something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we went walking around. We were showing him all the mining stuff because he's been into Minecraft, you know. And I kept telling him throughout the day, I'm like, dude, you're playing Minecraft on your little iPad, but we're doing Minecraft in real life right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was telling him, like, dude, we're going to go explore a mine shaft. He's like, you think there's going to be treasure in there? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I haven't explored it.
Yeah.
And he was having fun. But when we got to the museum, we were bummed it was closed because I was like, that'd probably be cool for him to see.
Yeah, I was like, if not, it'd be cool for us to see. I mean,
yeah,
you know, they closed at 4.
Yeah. And so we go around out the outside of the building, has a bunch of mining stuff, and then there's an old jail connected to the city building there. And this guy pulls in the alleyway, and we're like, hey, how's it going? I was like, we were hoping to just get to the museum, but we just missed it. And he's like, well, I got the key.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so he let us in, and I was like, yeah, it's too bad you don't have the key to the jail, too, because we want to lock this guy up in there, you know,
Yeah.
point at Lucas, and he's like, he's all, okay. We go through the whole museum. He's telling us, they're the old timers in Eureka, right?
Yeah.
So he can't wait to tell us everything.
Dude, what a great experience.
He was like one of the guys that like runs the museum.
Uh-huh.
And this is a free museum. I mean, they just ask, donation. They got a thing there to take donations or whatever to help keep everything going. But
yeah, and it was kind of set up. They set it up pretty smart, I actually thought, because you went in this main room and then you kind of zigzag through the building, and at the very end is the gift shop.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to walk back through. It's not like you. But we get all the way through to the very end, and of course, James's son is just pointing out everything to us, all this cool stuff that he thinks he found. He's trying to get into everything. We're like, don't touch everything.
And he keeps reminding us, guys, you got to look up. You got to look up.
So you guys aren't looking up. We get to the very end, and the guy gives him the key to the jail.
Yeah.
It was super cute. And then, of course, Lucas now feels like he's the best.
Yeah.
He runs out there.
He's the sheriff.
There's a video of him opening the old-timey jail cell, and it was the big key. Like, when you think about like an old movie with a giant key, it was that key.
I mean, the key, it had to weigh at least a pound.
Oh yeah, it was the size of my hand, my whole hand. And so you got pictures being locked up in there, and it kind of scared him because they had like a dummy in the bed in the jail cell, and he was all creeped out by it. But it's creating a core memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's a core memory for him.
That's cool of that guy to do that.
Do you remember anything like that when you were a kid? I remember going like to similar things when I was a child.
Oh yeah.
But what's one that stands out for you?
The Alamo for me.
Oh, that would be cool.
It was so cool.
I went to those Native American ruins, the big ones in Arizona. Yeah. What are they called? Why can't I think of Mesa Verde?
Yeah, Mesa Verde. I've been there too.
Those were way cool. And then you think like, even as a kid, I'm like, people lived here? Like what?
Yeah.
He was kind of baffled too, James's son, by going through that old cabin that was built in like the late 1800s.
Yeah, it was Porter Rockwell's cabin.
Yeah.
Joseph Smith's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was walking through there, and I'm like, yeah, dude, they didn't have the internet back then. You're not playing Fortnite in here.
Nope.
Yeah.
Got to use your little mind.
You're going to spend a fortnight in here.
Yeah, right? I didn't know that was Joseph Smith's bodyguard's cabin.
Yeah.
They said that I was reading some of the signs, and they were like, he would walk around and talk to himself, and they said that he was talking to ghosts.
Yeah, that was Joseph Smith's bodyguard.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. I can't imagine living in that cabin. I think it was for summer use only, is what it said. But they moved it.
Yeah, and some guys had actually moved this cabin from out in the desert into Eureka.
Yeah, and I think because of that, it started attracting a tourism attention. People would go out there to see it, and so it basically keeps the gas station in Eureka alive. That town has been through so much. Like, I didn't realize that Eureka, just in general, it used to be a huge, like, basically a financial center for the mining in Utah.
Oh, it was huge. I mean, there's old photos of where they had all the, I don't know, maybe you want to call them dormitories.
They were like
where they lived.
The miners would live.
Yeah, the miners' quarters, and
I wrote down some cool stuff that I found last night that I thought would be cool. It started out as just a camp, and then it was upgraded to a settlement, and later became established as a town. And I think it was called something else before, but I didn't write that down. Mainly gold and silver, but they were pulling everything out of there. There's copper stuff there. There was a bunch of other things. They had the second ever JCPenney store.
Oh, really?
That was at the time called the Golden Rule Store.
Huh.
I was like, I tried finding more about that, but...
And you know where the first one was, right?
It was in Midvale, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Golden Rule, I wonder if that's, you can take it now, but you have to remember to pay later?
Maybe, or I don't know. It could be. Just casually breaking down the studio.
I was trying to fix my cable
Kurt,
and it popped out.
Whoop his ass.
It's all good now.
It did make the National Register of Historical Places just for its role that it played in when the mining was really big. Now I think there's still some active mining going on there, but it's pretty much a modern day ghost town, I think you could call it. Which is a little bit intriguing too. You go in there, you see all the empty buildings, and they kind of just fall over. Makes you think like, huh, that's interesting. People have spent so much, like people lived here, and died here, and worked here, and their whole life was here. Now it's just a gas station, basically.
Yeah.
There's, I can't imagine living out there. Everybody's got to be in everybody else's business.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the closest town to it? Like major town?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to
I'd
look
probably
at the
be
map.
Santaquin,
Yeah, probably Santaquin.
which is about 20 miles.
Yeah, it's not too far. And then one other little interesting piece of history is they were really good at soccer in Eureka in the early 1900s.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was interesting enough to find it on Wikipedia, I guess. But yeah, it was cool to see, like, it's a good reminder of how hard things were back then and how that helps us to be to where we are today, you know? And I think that preserving history like that is super important, especially for younger generations. Like James's son, who's 6, it's like he won't ever know what that's like if that stuff wasn't there, you know?
That's how I felt about the Alamo. That was really a cool experience.
Oh, yeah. I would love to go. I don't think I've been there.
Yeah, that is one place I would like to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met one of the guys who actually helped move the cabin from the desert to Eureka, and
yeah, he was really he was just excited to tell us about everything.
oh yeah.
And of
How
course
old was he?
He was I don't know, maybe 60s, mid 60s, late 60s, early 70s.
I'd say probably 70s.
So he's got some knowledge.
Oh yeah,
And he's just like an old timer from in that area, and so he's gonna know everything.
Yeah, I saw him when we first showed up there. He was walking around the little hut thing, and he told us in the museum, like, I helped move that thing, and look what it's done for the city. So he's definitely feels like he played his part in the history, you know, which is cool. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff to look at out there. I just don't know where it is, because I think I've seen pictures of like going to an old hoist, like house that you can visit, and then some other things out there, but I don't know what's legal to access and what's not. On our way back, we found this like ruin in the side of a hill, and James was looking it up, and on our way to Santaquin, you might have seen it when we were driving, but we looked it up, and that's where they were processing all of the ore, so smelting it and stuff. And I was like, dude, that would be cool to go check out. And James is like, oh, we can't go there because it's been blocked off. They'll trespass you, and like all the reviews say, really cool to see, but you will get caught trespassing, and the fine for that is $650.
Wow.
So go if you want to, but they will trespass you. They have a camera that's active, and they have an automated security drone that will catch you. And it's all because of high levels of lead and arsenic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's maybe kind of what happened with the guy showing back up at the museum, because they've got surveillance cameras outside the museum.
He probably knew you were in town.
And because there were us, and there was another group of like 6 or 7 people that were out there just kind of looking around. And so I wonder if they saw us on the cameras and just, I'll go down and
Gave him something to do.
Yeah, he probably lives just right there anyway.
yeah, he's probably
He's like,
I'll just run down and open it up and talk to these guys.
it
And
probably helps you with a kid too, because
Yeah.
he wants the kid to know, you know, they'll think it's so cool.
yeah, I mean, they were pretty cool guys. We're talking like, yeah, we got down here and it was closed. Like talking about we're gonna have to come back. I was like, yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't let you in then. So you guys have to come back.
Yeah. He was talking about how the museum is a big part of it. And we definitely donated.
Yes.
We donated some money, some cash. I didn't have any cash. James bought like some stuff from the gift shop, and Lucas picked some things out. And it was cool.
Yeah.
So if you're in Salt Lake and you're sick of the city and you want to get out for a minute, how long did it take us to get out there? An hour maybe? Hour and a half? It's hard for us to tell because we took dirt roads for most of the day.
Yeah.
It's not far. We could probably Google it and find out.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably an hour and a half drive.
Go visit some of these like small towns that we have in Utah, because the history is really cool. And then learn about the state a little bit. It's more intriguing than you think. Yeah, you know.
The other thing we did on our way back, we stopped at the Red Barn there in Santaquin, which is the cider mill and creamery.
You were telling me about this place, and you're like, dude, they got the best apple juice. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Would I claim to fame the best apple juice? No, they have an apple cider slushie.
Yes.
What? They have a machine that makes these things.
Like
and
a slurping machine, but they just fill it full of apple juice.
It was exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know it at the time,
good.
but it was so good. And you can get it with ice cream and caramel in it, and then it becomes basically like a liquid caramel apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, their apple juice is, I mean, you'll go broke you'll go broke drinking this stuff.
Well, do they have apple? Do they have an orchard?
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an orchard. The coolest thing too was that being out there, I think that I don't know if this is true, so take it with a grain of salt. But I think because they have that orchard, they probably make deals with other farmers, and they had like strawberries, packs of strawberries that you'd see at like Smith's or any other grocery store for $1. Where are you getting strawberries for $1? Nowhere.
Not at the
They were-
grocery store.
Good looking strawberries too, and the packs of blueberries and raspberries for $1.50
And where was this at?
in Santa Quinn.
It was in Santa Quinn. Okay.
It's actually right off I-15, so if you're going back and forth from St. George or wherever, you can pull off in Santa Quinn, and it wouldn't be much out of your way.
No,
Plus, if you've got kids, it'll keep them busy. You know, they'll love it. Tons of ice cream. They've got all like the standard things you'd find at like a little barn. You know,
cool little
hour
little
14
market.
minutes to Eureka from
Hour 14.
the middle of the valley, pretty much.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely worth a check out. All of it is. So if you got the 4-wheel drive, go check out the tunnel.
Yeah. It's really cool that you can drive through it.
Yeah, you can just put it into your. You can just type Tintic Railway Tunnel into your phone, and it'll
Take you right there.
take you to it. So
Did we go to Little Moab last time? We didn't, did we?
No, Little Moab is just north of the Tintic Railroad Tunnel, but I haven't been out there enough to figure out how to get to it.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of private land out there, so you got to be careful. There was one road we were going to go check out that had some other like abandoned mining things there, but I think it's still connected to an active mine, so it had a bunch of no trespassing signs. And
I think I heard with the guy talking, you can go out there.
there's a memorial out there there was 2 kids that got murdered and then thrown in a mine shaft out
Really?
there, which is super dark. Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
It happened just a few years ago.
Yeah, the story is really sad, but let's see where. I don't know. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but we can come back to it.
All right.
Yeah, it was really sad. I guess a young girl brought home a guy, and then the person was like, you're not supposed to be around boys, and so they tied them both up, and he stabbed this kid to death.
Are you kidding me?
And
Holy
admitted
hell.
later on that he made him suffer.
Oh.
And then he felt bad for the girl, so he took compassion and just slit her throat.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
Oh, this was in the news, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was big
remember
news.
this.
oh.
And then he admitted that he threw the bodies down the mine shaft. It was like 140 feet down, and they dropped a camera down there, and sure enough, there it was. And then part of the
What
news,
age?
they were
Like 18, 19.
Yeah, they were. I thought they were younger than that even.
Oh. Now I'm sad.
Sorry. Think about slushies.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it really quick. Somebody buy me time.
Sorry, I'm
Great job buying me time.
Yeah. It's the Breezy and Riley Memorial.
Breezy and Riley
Memorial.
Breezy Otteson and Riley Powell. Yeah.
Well, that's sad.
2017. Wow, that was more recent than I thought. But they have a memorial out there now. We can go out there, a bunch of flowers, and I was trying to find it, but that sign to enter that road says no trespassing. It says like no hunting, no camping, no shooting, no trespassing. If you're reading this, it means you. And so I'm like, they're
Okay.
probably very serious about it then. I was like, I don't think we'll get in too much trouble. Like, well, they'll just tell us we're trespassing and tell us to turn around. But I don't know, especially when you're out in the sticks like that, you don't want to go driving down dirt roads that you're not pretty positive are public roads.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can go out to the memorial site at least.
Yeah. That would
Look at
make
the
sense.
photos here online. Yeah, there's like that same like type of board with all the information.
Yeah.
Outside the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of those out there. So I'm seeing photos that were updated 5 days ago. So
Nice. There's a lot of other little towns and stuff like, oh yeah, don't maybe skip Dugway. You won't get very far out there anyway. Although I would think that would be so cool if you could go like drive around Dugway.
yeah,
Because just looking at it from Google Maps is kind of creepy.
Isn't Dugway where they do a lot of the
Testing
bombs and stuff? Yeah.
There's I was showing this to Kurt one night, but if you look at Google Maps for the state of Utah, you can basically see this little blue speck of water from space, and the closer you zoom in, you realize that it's just bomb craters that have been filled up with water. There's so many of them that let's see if I can find it.
Okay. Do they still
Dugway.
do testing out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I was reading or watching a video about federal land in states, and why states sometimes don't own most of the land, and usually further in the West, most states don't own most of their land. For example, like Utah, I think we only own like less than 30% of the state owns the land, and everything else is federal. And then in Nevada, they only have like 10% of the land because that's where the government decided to do nuclear testing. So
what about native land? Neither state or feds own
in
that,
this
right?
particular video, he talked about native land, but he said it was so complicated that it warranted its own video. So he kind of just was like, we'll get to it, but it's complicated. So there's this little mark right here by this mountain by Dugway. And if you zoom in, it's just this unassuming blue mark, and then you get closer and closer, and you realize that it's all craters from bombs.
Wow.
Like, look at it. It's crazy. It's just bomb craters. And then if you look on Google Maps in the Dugway area, it's kind of cool too, because they will mark out grids and then drop a bomb in the middle of it to see how big the explosion is and what damage it caused.
One of these times we have to do a trip to the Geode Pit and Topaz Mountain.
Yeah, I haven't been to either of those yet.
Those are pretty fun.
But we did go to that one place in St. George. What was it? The Glass Mountain?
Oh, yeah.
Glitter Mountain.
Glitter Mountain, yeah. Well, it looks like glass, dude. It just looks like you said, when you come over the hill, you're like, looks like a junkyard, dude.
Yeah, I went on a scout trip years and years ago to Geode Mountain.
Yeah, I think that all of those rock hounding places are pretty barren, right?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I just mean like exposed. Like if you go there in the middle of summer, it's going to be hot.
Oh, very hot.
Yeah.
Extremely. Topaz Mountain, yeah. And it gets super windy there.
Oh, yeah. It was windy yesterday.
But it's cool. I mean, if you like rock hounding, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Your birthday was on last Friday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glad you finally can get legally into bars now.
Yes, yeah.
It's been a long time.
Finally 21.
Finally 21. But we had a great birthday dinner. We've talked about Edison House.
It was
in the past.
fabulous.
And we talked about it with Jim Santangelo. He was on the show. You can look up those episodes if you want to hear a little bit more about that stuff. But one of the things is this place, Edison House, is members only thing. But Chef Taylor has been on the show.
Chef.
Yeah, he's kind of the weekly InSalt consultant chef.
Yes,
we could say. Yeah, was able to get a group in there for your birthday, and it was a lot of fun. There's something
14
about
14 of us.
I think there was 14 including him. Yeah. What was your favorite thing?
Food wise?
Yeah.
So my special meal was delicious.
What was your special meal?
It was sauerbraten, and
okay.
And he did the cabbage and the
That's right.
potato crumpets. Is that what you call those?
Like a potato cake?
Yeah. They were round.
Oh, okay.
So that was really, really good. He got the flavor right on point. But my favorite dish was the short ribs.
That short rib gnocchi?
Yes,
oh
it was
my gosh.
so good.
It's so good.
Everything was really good.
That was the one dish that Kurt, you requested when me and a friend of ours went there. We got that, and you requested that you want that. You're like, I need you to make it again and bring it to me.
You liked it too, then?
Yeah.
It was so good.
You got something that was interesting because there was like a market steak or something like that, and you're like, what's the market steak? And she's like, it's a 32?
It was a 16-ounce ribeye.
16-ounce ribeye, and I was like, oh, Kurt's getting that for sure.
That's a lot of ribeye.
And they're like, what was cool is in their plating, they're so confident in cooking it well that they slice a piece of it and then plate it with it facing you.
Yeah.
So if it comes out and it's like overcooked or something, you'll immediately know. And how was it cooked?
It was perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. I wish I could cook a steak like that.
I know, man. There are those tricks still, even with how much we cook and even just being kind of hobby cooks. We kind of nerd out on it a little bit, but there's still some secrets there that you just don't know.
And my special dessert.
Which one?
The Earl Grey creme brulee.
Oh, the creme brulee was amazing. Yeah.
Well, and the ice cream was good too.
Yeah, I forgot what the lemon something like.
No,
it was citrusy
rhubarb
ice cream.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm a fan of rhubarb.
I love rhubarb,
but it was okay. I just remember my grandma would grow rhubarb And I was like, what is this, red celery?
That stuff grows like crazy if
Yeah,
you do
it
have
is.
it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been able to get it to grow at my house.
really,
Yeah.
I had it in my house that I rented in Murray, and that stuff just takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma grew asparagus too, but that was back the lot that she lived in had like an irrigation ditch in the back still
Yeah.
and stuff.
So you need a lot of sand and a
Yeah,
lot of water.
a lot of
source.
water.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I remember walking through the garden and breaking off a piece of asparagus and eating it and then just being like, man, asparagus is the best.
Mm-hmm. Well, I grew up on Long Island, so lots of beaches, lots of sand, so they just grew wild everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I think one of my favorite dishes from the Edison House experience was the garlic focaccia with house ricotta and garlic scapes.
That was so good.
Oh, man. It was way good.
Which means garlic scapes are in season, so I have to go to a farmer's market.
Yeah. I didn't think that I would like garlic scapes that much, but they're actually pretty awesome.
They are good.
If you haven't had them, look up a recipe and go buy some.
Yeah, definitely.
They're really good.
You can only get them once per year. Well, now.
Did you do anything else for your birthday?
So I went dress shopping with your sis.
You did to like 12 different places.
12 different stores. We finally found one.
Yeah. Were you looking for something specific?
I was.
Then? Yeah.
Mhm.
You had something in mind already.
Yeah, I did.
She's getting married. She hasn't told us yet.
Hell no.
She's getting married. It better be to me. We've had this talk, Laura.
We have a prenup. We keep our own separate houses.
Yeah, and
It's
then
on
you have to take
paper
me on
only.
vacation, and I
Yeah.
have to like cook for you or something.
Right, something like that. I can't remember, but yeah. No,
We'll have to
getting
refer
married.
back to the contract, right?
Yeah. What else did I do? Got my hair done, my nails, dress shopping, went out to dinner, got to dress up, was fun.
Yeah.
And then we got to play billiards.
Yeah, the
In their
Edison
little
house is
private
all like
billiard
got
room.
little
Mhm.
rooms that are all have their own vibe. I'd say
Yeah.
you've got a billiards room that has a record player, and there's records just up on the wall.
My favorite memory is Digger not knowing how to work.
He didn't know how to work a record player. What? Yeah, and there was a button on it that would basically move the needle for
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
you. Yeah, he's one of my favorite people to hang out with.
Yeah.
He enjoys doing classy things like that, but then he makes it a point to be super redneck about
Right, he does.
it. So he's like, we show up dressed in. I had dress slacks on, nice shoes, button-up shirt. Everybody else had like a tie. Everybody else you were in a button-up, Kurt, with some nice pants and shoes, and then Digger shows up in like a bamboo Dixon that's like hot pink, and it has like beer and flamingos on it.
it.
Okay, I thought you said somebody else first that didn't know how to work a record player. And then,
Digger.
okay,
Yeah.
that one. Okay, now I'm not quite as.
Yeah.
I thought you said somebody else. I'm like, that guy doesn't know how to work a record player. I'll tell you later what I thought you said. But
Okay.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I got it.
But then they have a jazz parlor and a speakeasy.
Yeah, and they have a private karaoke room.
karaoke room.
Yeah, there's all sorts of little rooms in there.
And a pool, rooftop pool.
I didn't go up there. Did you go?
Yeah, I went up there. It was funny because we went up there and the pool was closed, but there was just, that's where all the staff members were hiding.
Oh, yeah. If I worked there, that's where I would hide
They were
too.
all outside just hanging out. But don't get your hopes up unless you make a lot of money, because that place, it's like, I think, how much did we look it up? It said on their website like $250 a month.
Yeah, but there's also a $500 application fee.
$500 application
Yeah.
fee, $250 a month.
It
but
was
it's cool.
definitely a great experience.
The thing that's nice about it is I don't think the members there that are there use it as like a place to party. So usually like Friday nights they do a lot of events, so those are busy. But like most nights you won't have to
wasn't
wait
as-
in line or something.
It wasn't
to
as
eat.
busy as I thought it would be.
I think there's one other table in there with us. Yeah.
But yeah, food was dynamite.
Yeah, it really was. That was great, and you always feel good when you have a great meal with friends, and then you're just
was
hanging
fun.
out, pretending like money doesn't matter for a night,
I was gonna say the food better be pretty good there. I mean, they got some good chefs there. So
Yeah, they do. We got plenty more to talk about, but I think it's about time for a break. So,
Oh, wow, that went fast.
Kurt went to a concert. Laura had a bad experience with McDonald's that we'll get into. It wasn't a bad experience. You just wanted to.
I just want to bitch about something.
Yeah, we can do that. So we will be right back after this break. And we're back.
Hey.
Episode 318, the Weekly InSalt. Sharing some history today, making the mic sound weird. That was fun. Kurt, you went to a concert. You usually don't go to concerts, though.
I don't.
What stopped you from going to concerts? And you don't try to explain it the way you did last night, because that was hilarious.
I don't remember how I did it.
You said, okay, I'll tell after you tell us why.
Well, I've been listening to music on CDs and whatnot, and then you'd go to a concert and it sounds completely different.
Yeah.
Most times, yeah.
But last night was good. It was it was studio quality.
Who was it?
It was Whitey Morgan and the 78s.
Yeah, you liked
And
them.
that was at the Commonwealth? Is that where it was? Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a sound system that's pretty on point there.
Yeah. Loud?
It wasn't deafening.
You didn't have the ringing ears when you left the show?
No.
Yeah, that's good. What was so good about it? Just the sound quality? It was the lighting that you showed me in the video looked pretty sick.
Yeah.
Production was good.
They have decent lighting. I think it could be better, but it is what it is.
And then the question that you gotta ask to anybody who went to a concert is, how much was the beer?
Yeah.
18-ounce Miller Lite was $10.
Jeez, that's insane.
And they're like shots were
It's
$9.
not bad.
That's
I mean,
not
I think
bad.
USANA they'll charge you $14 for the same thing.
Yeah.
Like a shot of Jameson was $9.
Oh, well, yeah. Pass.
Yeah, that's why you always pregame, right?
Yeah.
A pregame and then Uber.
Yeah.
Don't drive.
Don't drive.
We were just talking about checkpoints on the break. Well, that's good, man. So do you think has it changed your opinion on concerts then? Do you think you'd start going to more?
Yeah, I'd probably check out a few more.
I think the venue really
plays a big role.
in whether or not
that
that's
is
good.
a great venue.
Yeah, I mean, USANA, ass.
Ass.
It is ass.
Delta Center, ass.
Delta Center, horrible acoustics. Like, of course, if you're going to a show at the Delta Center, it's probably a huge person anyway, like Taylor Swift
Yeah.
or that level of
Well,
shit.
and I went, was it a couple weeks ago with friends to see Brothers Osborne at the Sandy Amphitheater. That was really a great show.
Sandy Amphitheater, I haven't ever been there, but it looks like a cool venue. It's
Yeah,
all
it is
outdoor,
very
kind of
cool.
like a mini USANA with
It is.
only like exponentially less shitty.
Yeah. And their sound is pretty good there. And it's a smaller amphitheater, so it's like, it was fun.
Yeah. I think that it's time for Red Butte shows for sure. If you haven't been to a show at Red Butte, you just go. I think the Beach Boys are coming this year to Red Butte.
Stray Cats.
Stray Cats.
They have a pretty good lineup.
They
this
do
year.
have a lineup. But
Kings
your
are
tickets
coming
now.
back.
Yeah.
Who, Gypsy Kings, yeah. I was like, maybe we could go to that again, but
I thought about it. I was like, I've already seen, 2-3 times?
Gypsy Kings?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only seen them once.
Oh.
But I got mad because they didn't play Hotel California.
What?
Yeah, that's the only song I wanted to see. Although it was amazing to see.
They do Bombaleo?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was amazing too to see 6 guitar players play that good together.
Yeah,
They're all playing at the same time, exactly in sync. It's like there's a reason why you guys are famous. I get it. But I didn't understand a word they sang about.
No, no, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a good time.
What else has been going on? What about McDonald's, Laura?
Oh, so I messaged you and said, hey, I might be a little bit late. I have to go to Walgreens, pick up my pre-op medication. So 90th and Redwood.
Yeah.
And I was hungry, so I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh, what shares the parking lot is McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you can go right from the drive-thru at Walgreens right into the drive-thru at McDonald's. So
by design, I'm sure.
Yeah, by design. So I ordered a cheeseburger and a small fry. That's it.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah.
$4.31.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's my complaint. Because I sat there and I thought I misheard them. Because isn't like fries the value menu? I don't know. Do they even have the value menu
I heard
anymore?
that they're going to change their menu. Like McDonald's is planning on releasing a new $5 menu.
Oh, wow.
For a limited time, and you have to order through the app.
See, and that's another thing that's pissing me off about fast food places is that Wendy's did a special where you get a junior bacon cheeseburger for 99 cents. Limit 1 per customer at participating stores only.
So you go with a carload?
You have to have the app. You can't get it without the app.
Yeah.
And then what do you have to do to get the app, Kurt?
You have to give them all your info.
You have to give them your information so they can sell your shit
And
later.
market you.
And market to you, yeah.
So I was sitting there waiting for my cheeseburger and my small fry. They're probably 2 of the cheapest things on the menu, right? And I was sitting there going, I could cook a meal for a family of 4 for $4.31.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
That was just like I never eat drive-through fast food. Well, not never. Rarely.
Yeah.
So that's my complaint on how much a cheeseburger and fry was.
Yeah, it's not getting any cheaper. How much is it? I think we looked it up on a previous episode how much a Big Mac was. It's getting out of control. But
yeah, there's places you see in there, like $20 for a Big Mac combo meal.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember when there were these websites that were like group websites where you signed up and you get a discount at like Wendy's, McDonald's, or different stores and stuff like that. Now every store has its own app.
Yeah. Well, they asked me at the drive-thru, are you using the app today? I'm like, no, I'm using a $5 bill.
Yeah. I think Target has its own app now.
Oh, yeah.
Some app, and half of their parking lot when I went there last time was filled up with just like the pickup spots. Nobody's in them, but they dedicated half their parking lot to it, which goes to show you how to touch I guess that's probably useful at some stores. Each store's different, but
could have all these pickups. From
pickups going to be the next big thing, Nobody's there.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went through my head as I was sitting there, going, okay, I know I could cook a meal.
Yeah.
For $4 on $4.31.
What would you make?
Spaghetti. Probably the easiest, cheapest thing to make, I think.
Yeah. You had an answer right away.
I did.
What were we talking about yesterday at the one of the things in Eureka too is the way that the grocery stores used to work when you were back in the day. You went inside and you just told the lady what you wanted, and then she went in the back and got it for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting. And there were some people there too, and they were like, yeah, maybe that should be the way it is now, so that I don't get stuck in the snack aisle. Spend as much money.
Yeah.
And do you know what grocery store ended that?
What?
Piggly
Wiggly?
Yep. They were the first one to introduce the get your own groceries.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be way more fun to shop for provisions. I like to think that's what you did back in the day, like the Oregon Trail, select your provisions.
And I think that's where the name Golden Rule came from, is like they used to just put stuff on credit and then...
You'd have like a tab at the grocery store.
And then you'd pay your tab when you got paid out by the mine or,
Yeah,
a gold nugget.
Well, that was actually, you'd go to the company store.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was actually a huge thing that...
for like the mining stuff, yeah.
Yeah, what they would do... I think that there was a big fight between workers and companies and the government, because what a lot of these mining companies would do is they would pay you in their own company currency, and then those currencies could only be used at the company's stuff. And so they were basically pigeonholing their workers into being like really... What would be the word? Like you're stuck. You're basically a slave to the company. And then
poor.
I think there was some law. Yeah, there's a law that was passed later on that they had to use United States currency or something. But can you imagine living in a time like that where not only did you live with everybody else that worked at the company, but your house was provided by the company, your food was provided by the company, you're given company currency.
It's like a form of slavery.
Yeah, what's that old song? I owe my soul to the company store.
Yeah. But that's
16 tons. This is the song name.
16 tons
by the Tennessee Ernie Ford.
I think that's probably why there was so many fights and violence and stuff in those small towns, because your buddy loan your buddy.
Was there a brothel?
I'm sure there had to be, right?
Where in Eureka?
Yeah.
I think it was a fairly religious town. At least there was some people back in the day that were fully funded churches and stuff down there. But let's see.
I mean,
there was one up above Old Town Tavern. Way back when.
You got to specify Utah when you put in Eureka, because obviously there's tons of towns named that.
Eureka, California is the big one.
Yep.
Yeah, there was.
Let's see. Oh, the Utah present history. I don't think there was, but you'd think in a mining town that would be pretty.
Yeah, a saloon.
Yeah, there would be something. That's how you fueled the workers back then, is you work them half to death, and then you'd give them their 2 company coins, and you'd go get drunk all night.
Yeah.
But you got to hand it to them, because as hard a work as that was, it made it possible for where we are now.
True.
It was crazy. Work yourself literally to death. There was a brothel.
Okay, I had a feeling there might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
What
a
was it called?
picture of it. I don't know. It just says brothel. Picture just
It's
says
probably
brothel,
above the
ghost
saloon,
town,
right?
Eureka, Utah.
You look at the one on Shutterstock?
Yeah.
So am I, so.
Looks like it might be above the saloon.
Oh yeah, that's how they always.
Yeah.
That's how they always were. You know. Ghost Town Living on YouTube. It was. We talked about him in a previous episode. He lived in Texas, got bored, bought a abandoned mining town, and now he lives there. But he talks about the brothel up there too, and like all the history, which was kind of cool because learning all the history of Cerro Gordo through that YouTube channel, it was interesting to find like the parallels in Eureka, because all those mining towns were pretty similar. All going out there for gold,
Gold and silver.
yeah. I think Cerro Gordo was mostly silver. I think there was some gold up there too, obviously. But
Yeah, I know that's usually they'll find.
it kind of all forms in the same place.
Yeah.
Like all those things.
They're all fairly close in their atomic structure.
Yeah. They had in the museum in Eureka, it was cool because they had rocks and ores from the particular mines. There was like how many mines out there? There was like hundreds.
Yeah.
Like they had an old
many?
mining claim map and it looked so jumbled you couldn't even tell. It was like every family was like
Had their own little.
Johnson Mining Company, like Albert Mining Company. It was just every, and sometimes since you're dealing with underground, the claims would overlap based on the level of underground. You know what I mean? So it was just a mess.
Yeah, you've got the 20 feet under. I got the 40 feet under section.
Yeah. I wonder how deep. Can you go in any of the mines out there? I don't think you can anymore, right?
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I bet they're all unsafe.
Well, there was a cool diorama of what the Tintic Central Mine, what was it, Central Mining something?
Yeah.
Tunnel looked like, and they basically got down into this giant ore pocket, and it was so big that they had built these structures underground that were like 6 or 7 stories tall, made out of wood. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like corkscrewed down.
Oh wow.
it was crazy to see. I don't know, man. I just think of all the weird ways you could die in a mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check that place out. I mean, spend some time. I mean, go out there and plan to spend some time in the museum. Look at the shit.
Yeah, do learn that history. I guess you can go on a Eureka mine tour. Less than an hour. Oh, you just look at all the shit from outside.
Oh,
Cool, but
When I first moved to Utah, I went up. I don't remember where it was exactly. The silver mine.
Park City.
Yeah, Park City.
Yeah, I know they've shut that one down. They
Yeah.
used to, they've shut it down in the last few years.
That was pretty cool.
huh?
They used to do a haunted house in that.
Yeah,
Really?
That'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool.
I-
Yeah, the haunted
through it.
mine. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It was terrifying.
Because
just
you're
being-
underground.
Well, just having some teenager breathe on you all weird and slapping a 2x4 is not scary. It's the elevator ride.
Oh, that
going
was
down.
freaky. Yeah, that was freaky. It's a little scary when you go. I mean, I don't remember how far down you go in that silver mine elevator shaft, but it's felt like forever.
Oh yeah, Kurt and I got to do the Trona mine in Wyoming. That was crazy going down that lift
Oh yeah,
because it's
yeah.
big.
But
It's
you
big
can get a
enough.
whole car on there.
Yeah, you can fit a car
Wow.
on there. Yeah. The miners definitely weren't having it.
No.
They were like, oh gosh, they're wearing the what do we have, like purple hard hats or something as guests.
Oh,
they
there's some
know-
more purple hats.
Yeah, they know that you're there as a guest in the mine. But that was cool walking through an active mine and seeing how the safety things and cutting the top off of Jeeps to drive down there.
Oh yeah.
It was
Duck.
cool. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I wonder what other cool little historical places there are around Utah that we could go get
Oh,
lost
there's
in.
probably tons of them.
I bet all those little towns have their own story, you know?
Oh yeah.
There's probably some reason they exist and why they used to exist. I know there are quite a lot of ghost towns that you can find in Utah too.
Oh yeah, we looked those up one time.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to St. George soon?
Yeah, we're going to go down to St. George, I think, within the next couple weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gonna golf?
I'm definitely going to go golfing, but I had been talking with a friend of mine who does live streaming and sales. She'll sell things to like people who own claw machines, you know, like buy a bunch of stuff in bulk for cheap and then resell it a little, like just for a little bit of profit. So I was telling my dad about that, and I'm like, "Can you make a couple of coasters?" I didn't realize that he was going to make like 20 sets of coasters.
Oh wow!
But all of them look really cool. They all look great. So
is one of those mine?
Maybe if you buy it off the live stream. I'm sure I can work something out with you. Add it to the prenup.
He said he had 20. I guess it was only 19.
Yeah, and I know that I told her to just take some too. I mean, if you find a set that you like, just keep it.
Yeah.
You know, because I know for a fact my dad, he's always so nice. He's like, I don't want money for this. But it's time spent. You know, and time is money. So you might as well get a little bit of money.
Busy, right?
Oh, yeah. He loves it too.
Out of your mom's hair.
Yeah. I think then it turns into one of those, if he's getting money for it, then it's not quite just like something he's doing for fun, just a hobby.
Yeah, I know. Let me think. I know my mom will listen to the episode, but I don't think my dad will. So I was just going to give all the money that we made to my mom and then have her do something nice with it.
Oh, okay.
Like, sorry if you're listening, Dad. Spoiled the surprise. But yeah, he's been making cutting boards and things like that. I was telling him he should sell them.
Yeah, he should.
But
they're nice. I have one.
I was like, what if I could make him like a Pinterest page or something?
Have you priced those cutting boards like in Crate and Barrel or like
any
store?
They get expensive.
They are very expensive.
Yeah, especially with the wood used and stuff like that. And Kurt, you bought him like some really nice lumber, and then he turned around and made you a cutting board out of it.
Yeah.
That was cool. What was that wood that you got last time for him that was like a little more expensive than you had anticipated? And it was like some special purple. Was it purple or something?
It was a Purple Heart. There's a couple others that I bought. I don't remember the
wood can get crazy expensive. Some of that like artisan wood.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, like what is it, like Brazilian maple and
oh yeah. Well, I think that. Do you guys have anything else on your list of stuff to talk about? Maybe we just make a short show for today.
Yeah, one quick little thing here.
Okay.
Just saw here. There were some endangered Mexican wolf pups born at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago.
Okay.
So I guess there were 9 of these endangered wolf pups born in April, and they took 7 of them, so 6 males and 1 female. And they took them to New Mexico and put them with wild Mexican wolf herds.
Okay, so they like integrated them back into wild.
So they like gave them to like a mom with her pups. So like she just like the mother just like adopted these other pups, and so they've trying to help reintroduce these, get the population back up.
So we do, as humans, do good things occasionally.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is cool. I wonder how they're doing. I wonder if there's
I was
a way
wondering
you can
that
check.
too. Yeah.
I'm sure that they're tracking them all, and keeping an eye on it. But that is, I do think it's cool that we have people out there that take the time to make sure that shit happens. I'm sure there's still things that go extinct all the time.
Yeah. But remember when we went to the Midvale mural thing?
The mural fest.
Yeah, that guy that had, was it an eagle?
Yeah. Was it the eagle or was it a hawk?
It might have been a hawk.
I don't know. Maybe it was a barn owl or something.
We need to find out if we can get in touch with them, because I just thought it would be cool as shit to be sitting in the studio with a hawk.
Yeah, I think it was hawks.
Maybe it was a hawk, but I don't know. Maybe
but they rescue them and
it couldn't fly anymore. I remember that.
I know they're just getting ready to do the next mural fest.
Yeah.
So I just saw a post where they're painting one of the They're painting one of the murals right now.
They are? Where? Which building?
Let me see. Let me find it again.
Yeah, if you don't know what the mural festival is, it's in Midvale. Usually, they've done it the last 2 years, I think, and they hire local artists to paint murals on the sides of the buildings, and it's really added a lot of artwork to Midvale, which is cool.
Which is pretty historic anyway. I mean, the buildings are older, and so it's really a cool vibe.
Yeah, it really is, and if we'll try to keep on top of it and let you know when that's happening, so you can be there when it's happening. It's really cool. They closed the road, Main Street down. You can get some food. They have a lot of other booths. You go check out the Pearl. They'll let you walk in there. They usually try to get some people to play music there all day.
Yeah. Sometimes they have a beer garden, right?
Yeah, sometimes they do. I think that's kind of an event basis right now, but they have the last couple events, I think. So
the festival is going to be on June 8th.
Ah, okay.
And so this coming weekend.
Is that a Sunday?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday?
Yes. And then, so it looks like they're starting the mural on the building that is just the tall building that's just north of like Tres Gatos. The
coffee
Coffee
shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, go check it out if
I'll be
you're
there.
bored. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds good to me.
Say hi to the mayor.
I just looked up all the ghost towns in northern Utah. Oh no, this is all of Utah. Russian settlement.
Oh, yeah, I remember. We did look at these.
Yeah, Terrace, Thistle. Oh yeah, Thistle.
Yeah,
And Thistle is out by where your folks live, right? Or
No.
used to live,
No.
or
Thistle is
the one that
Spanish,
flooded?
just off Spanish Fort Canyon.
Yeah.
Or your
just-
grand...
Mount Pleasant is where my
Okay,
dad
Yeah.
grew
thank
up.
you, thank you.
Yeah, and Thistle got taken out by a
By landslide.
Mhm.
What, 1983?
Yes, I think so. When you drive to Mount Pleasant, we
Mhm.
drove through there.
Yeah, and it
and
was
saw-
flooded. I remember
You
that.
can still see the
Mhm.
remnants of some houses, the
Yeah.
roofs poking out of the water. That we went down to Mount Pleasant when
Mhm.
right when all that snow melt was
Mhm.
happening from the record
Yeah.
year, and the road was flooded.
Mhm.
We had, I think, that weekend we went out there. We had to drive through the water coming over the road, and like the following day they closed the road.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
They had up the sandbags all along the side, and the water was coming over them already.
Yeah, that was cool. We need to go back down there.
Yeah, we should. That was a fun day trip.
That was a
Go
fun
see
day trip.
our friends at that bar that we stopped at.
I'm telling you, there's something about small town bars that's
Yeah.
so much fun.
That was a blast.
'Cause usually you can go in there and you can get all the stories to your
Mhm.
heart's content. I love hearing people's stories.
Yeah.
I don't care who they are.
Well,
and that's
we-
kind of why we
Mhm.
do the podcast, is to hear
Yeah.
people's stories and what they do. And
And
when
they
you
were
go
just
into a bar,
excited to see us there.
Yeah, they
just
never
came
see
up
any
and
new
talked
people.
to
Yeah.
us.
yeah. Yeah, we just got the story. You don't have a
Mhm.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always fun because they're usually older people,
Mhm.
so they know everything about the area.
Yeah.
They tell you everything about all the buildings that
Mhm.
changed, and in a small town, it's easy to keep track of that stuff living there your whole life because there's like 10 buildings.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and they know
That was
everybody
a
in
lot
the
of fun.
county. And
Mhm.
I wonder, did you look with that story if there's any other places that are working to? I guess not. You probably just read that story, huh?
yeah, I didn't see. They said they
Okay.
kept 2 other females that they were going to keep at the zoo. So they could probably use those in the future for more
Yeah.
breeding purposes to help then release
This
more to the
place,
wild.
Frisco and Newhouse. Look at these little rock structures. There's like a place you can go see them all.
Mhm.
There's like 5 of. I don't know what these are.
Look like
More adventures
houses?
in Utah.
Yeah. So now that I'm no longer a resident of Midvale and I live in West Jordan, I got a West Jordan happenings kind of book.
Oh yeah.
We have a demolition derby coming up.
Oh, we got to go
What?
to that.
Yeah.
When?
It's, I want to say July. I don't remember the exact date, but they have a demolition derby.
I know that Harriman will do one occasionally, but demolition derbies.
We
are
should
the
go.
best.
I want to go.
Yeah, we went to
Okay,
the
I'm
one at the
I'm looking
Utah
right
State
here.
Fair.
And I think they have a monster truck rally too.
Yeah, skip that.
Yeah.
Unless you have kids, the kids will
Yeah.
think it's really cool, but they're kind of
demolition
boring.
derby for
Okay,
sure.
Demolition.
it's August 24th.
Okay, so let's put that on our calendars.
Yeah, we'll be there. That's what we should do. You know, we should go to demolition derbies until we can get a driver on the show.
Oh, that would be fun.
We should try and actively seek that out
Hmm.
this year.
We could do.
That's
every
what I put that on my
demolition
bucket list.
derby.
I want to build a demolition derby car and drive it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not as pleasant as it
Oh.
looks. It doesn't look
Well,
pleasant.
you don't have
honestly,
to worry
but-
about it getting banged up, right?
Yeah, you just have to worry about your body getting
Right.
banged up.
Yeah. So August when? August 24th?
24th.
August
Okay.
24th. So that's going to be.
I'm assuming that's probably a Saturday.
And
Yeah.
what venue? I don't even know where the venues are in West Jordan. So
Um,
I
the-
can look at it in a sec. 24th.
the West Jordan
is
Rodeo
Saturday.
Grounds.
I don't
Yeah.
even know where that is.
I don't either. So
Oh, wow. Check this out. Saturday, June 8th, Demolition Derby at the Box Elder County Fairgrounds. Saturday,
Mhm.
August 3rd at Summit County Fairgrounds. August 10th at Juab County County Fairgrounds. Saturday,
I wonder if
June
it's the
8th at-
same group of people
It
that
is,
drive
yeah.
to
Yeah.
all the derbies. Yeah.
Because I think it's like
A circuit or-
league.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Dang.
So yeah, so that means
Got to go to them all.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Nephi, Coville, Tremonton,
How much is it? At the
Narville,
West, how much the entry fee for
Tremonton.
West Jordan?
West Salem. I don't
Curiosity.
know.
Let's see here.
They're probably all the same.
I don't remember what we paid when we went to. The
Oh, wow. And they go out of state.
Huh.
Yeah. Illinois, Utah, Wisconsin, Indiana.
But is Tacona, Colorado on that list?
Grand Junction, Colorado's on this list. I don't think Brighton, Colorado. All the Utah ones. Let's see. Where's the West Valley one? West
Jordan.
Yeah, tickets.
How much?
1 ticket. Inventory is limited.
Oh.
Are you? I
Secure your tickets before.
Okay, I don't think you want to use that.
I'm just looking.
I was on that same site just a minute ago. I know I'm actually going through the West Jordan's site to get them.
Mm-hmm. How much are they?
These are probably. This is not the place to buy them from. This is ticketcenter.com.
Yeah, I was on that.
$100 a piece.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say $20 to $30.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
that's more.
That's why I started. Then I'm like, no, this isn't the site I want to be on. So I got the West Jordans.
Look at how scammy this is. It told me right away. Inventory is limited. Get your tickets now. You click view tickets and it says they're selling super fast. And then you click view tickets.
Yeah.
And now it just told me again, grab your tickets before they're all sold. And it's like, I know for a fact there's not a scramble for West Jordan Demolition Derby tickets.
Yeah. 2 months out.
2 months out,
2 months
right?
out. In West Jordan.
That's sad that somebody's going to come here and pay $100 for a ticket to get in.
Did you find out where the West Jordan Fairgrounds is?
We're on
it's on Redwood Road in...
Oh, I'm typing into the abyss.
What is it? 120th South, something like that.
Is that West Jordan all the way up there?
Salt Lake County, Utah. What?
All right. Well, I'm in.
Yeah, I love.
That's the weekend after the beer festival.
It is. I don't know. West Jordan Western Stampede. That's probably where it's at. Yeah, it is. This is on 8035 2200 West, 8035 South.
Okay. So in between Redwood and Bangor, then somewhere around there. Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
that'll be fun. I love this. That's another thing about summertime is you get to go do all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope they have bear food.
Probably. Why not? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna go to the state fair this year?
I'd like.
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either. That was fun. That's where we
was
saw the last
okay.
derby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so many people.
It is a lot of people.
And the parking situation sucks. Unless we can get in that one place again.
Yeah.
I guess now that we've been down there enough, we kind of know our way around it.
Yeah.
Go get your $22 pulled pork fries or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That weren't very good.
I love fair food.
It's because it's all the unhealthy stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but it's it's
deep
just
fried
stupid
butter.
expensive.
Yeah, so I was going to say the fried butter to the fried Coke.
Yeah.
We're watching that lady on the cooking network before the show. I just had it playing in the background, and what was her name? Miss Brown? Delicious Miss Brown?
Delicious Miss Brown, yeah.
And she was just like, I'm making this artichoke dip. It's like 5 sticks of butter and then cream cheese and
Sour
more cheese.
cream and heavy
sour
cream.
And
No, she didn't go with the heavy cream. She went with the half and half.
Yeah, that's true.
So she did cut back on that one. So
just a little bit.
And then more cheese on top, and then more cheese on top of that.
Yeah, well, the summer's just getting started. I'm excited. I think we're going to do a lot of stuff this year.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten into camping yet.
No.
So that's going to happen.
But it's coming up on farmers market time.
Oh, yeah.
and they've all started now.
Have they opened?
Yeah, downtown started.
That's where we're getting
So-
garlic scapes.
Mm-hmm.
They have them right now.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if you can grow them pretty easy.
I don't know.
Not this year, but
No, yeah, because it's probably too late to plant them, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
If
I
you're
think
selling
they've
them,
harvested those already.
they'll harvest them. Anyway, if you're down by Santaquin, check out the Red Barn. What is it? Rowley's Red Barn?
Raleigh's
Red Barn.
Yeah,
Get
just
some
type in Red
apple
Barn.
juice slushies and some apple juice.
Yeah, you can even find their apple juice in any grocery store. So.
Yeah.
And it's just as delicious.
It's good. They had this sign up there that said, "What's the difference between apple cider and apple juice?" And basically, apple juice has to be 100% apple juice, and cider can have other things added to it, but they don't.
Isn't it how they process it too?
No, I think it's pretty much the same. I think it's just apple cider. You can add additional spices too.
Yeah. So
And
apparently
sugar.
their apple juice and their apple ciders. It says ours is the same stuff.
Yeah.
Some of it will be labeled juice. Some of it will be labeled cider, but it's the same.
Man, it was so good, dude.
Oh.
I'm gonna go back upstairs and eat some of those smoked provolone cheese curds.
Yeah. Some more of those
and pickles. Those pickles are
Jerky
awesome.
flavored cheese.
Yeah, I got jerky flavored cheese curds, and it's like You can tell what they did is they
Are
just
they spicy?
the
No,
jerky
okay.
ones? No, but they're all gone.
Oh, damn
I
it!
ate them all.
I was gonna go up and eat one.
I know I ate them. I'll give you a piece of provolone. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, the provolone's good, but those jerky cheese curds were something else.
It's just
It
cheese
sounds
curds with
odd,
jerky seasoning.
But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh, that might be really good.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm just sad I didn't buy more of them
Yeah.
because I want to go back down there, but I don't want to drive that far just to go there. Maybe we'll have to stop on our way down to St. George.
Yeah, we can do that.
I was thinking that'd be cool.
You think a apple cider slushy would make it back before melting?
No,
But what you can do though, what I'm going to do is I'm
Put it
going to
in
go
your
buy a thing of their apple cider juice and just stick it in the freezer for an hour before I want to have some, and then just
Make your own slushy.
yeah, oh, so good, dude.
I think a little vodka in there would be good.
Yeah,
Speaking of vodka,
little.
what up?
do you guys like vodka?
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it.
So I've got something I wanted to talk about.
Ah,
A Kurt's Corner?
Wow.
I don't know if it's
Corner. Kurt's Corner.
Kurt's Corner.
Kurt's Corner.
Wow, I did a good segue. I didn't even know we were doing it.
French distillery Pegasus. You guys heard of these people?
It sounds familiar,
they
but
just started in the United States spirit market with a unique product.
okay.
The aptly named Shooting Star Vodka.
Okay.
Starts off as organic, locally sourced wheat and botanicals from France distilled using iStill. It's the most advanced distilling technology.
Don't tell me did they really just name their still iStill?
I guess.
Like copying the iPhone? Oh, get out of here.
Anyway, the mixture is slowly reduced over a month-long period using pure spring water from a well dug 300 feet below Pegasus Distillery in Burgundy, France. But what really sets the Shooting Star vodka apart from other premium spirits is the aging process.
It contains pieces of a real shooting star.
Shooting Star vodka is aged in small batches for at least 1 year using large terracotta jars with small pieces of meteorite suspended in the middle.
Dang, you gotta get that space dust.
As the rock partially dissolves into the vodka, it allegedly gives the spirit a mineral taste.
Interesting. I would try it.
I would try it.
Yeah.
Also, we would just hope that they didn't pick the lead meteor.
Right?
Yeah.
You just get lead poisoning in your vodka. Yeah, what are they?
Kryptonite.
Are they testing the meteorite pieces to make sure they don't contain like arsenic and
so.
shit like that? Probably
That's
not.
it right there.
Well,
All right.
it's got good aesthetic.
It does. I like the bottle.
But you know what it reminds me of? Like Goldschlager, where they put the gold flakes in it. Like, I think
I
there was a
just got
guy
some
on the
bad
internet that's
memories of
like,
Goldschlager.
this guy just looked like he was a homeless dude, but he's like, how many bottles of Goldschlager before I make money back on the gold? He's just wasting.
Yeah.
Like, I think they probably figured that out before they put the gold in it.
Yeah.
Probably don't make your money back.
No.
But it was cool gimmick. I think that's a gimmicky thing, to put pieces of
Definitely.
meteors in there. Like,
Very gimmicky.
See if you can get a bottle. We'll try it on the air.
Yeah.
Get outside, enjoy your summer, get some exercise.
There's a
Some
limited
vitamin
number
D.
of bottles that were made.
Oh,
Then
Each
how
was
much are they?
180 to 200.
I imagine you can't just generate more meteors.
Yeah.
I actually looked up recently meteor impacts on the Earth, and there was one pretty recently that left a big old hole down in like Spain or somewhere.
Yep.
I was like, wow, I didn't know that those are still hitting the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, get outside,
Yep.
get some exercise,
Vitamin D.
enjoy your end of your springtime into summer, and let us know if you have any fun adventures that we should try out.
Yeah, or we'll post our stuff and maybe you can come join us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always happy to have you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this has been your weekly insult.
Did it say how much the bottles were?
180 to 200, he said.
What?
Oh, I thought that's how many they made.
meteorite.
You said they made a limited number?
Yeah, there's like
You know what I can
4,000.
see in the future, like Elon Musk sending up rocks that then fall back down to the earth and make
That they can make vodka out of.